Hello and welcome to another episode of Sunday Fun Day. I am Miss M, and with me today I have Jess and Skadi, and we are so excited to talk about the Georgia Guidestones, which were just blown up. What was it? One day after CERN had been turned
Fucking
on.
around.
The next day. Super interesting. So, Georgia Guidestones, super interesting. They showed up in Georgia in the 1980s, and
Like
the
Georgia the
creator.
country or Georgia the state? Because I'm gonna interrupt and ask questions because I don't know shit. I know nothing about this, dude.
Wait a minute. Is there Georgia the country?
Dude, you didn't know that?
Yeah, there's a country.
I'm
It's
clearly not
teeny-tiny,
doing
though.
very well on geography. My bad.
Dude,
My bad, dog.
I cheated my way through geography. Don't worry about it. I digress.
They call them the Stonehenge of the Americas. It's a henge, right?
So this the state. Yeah.
Yes. So Georgia the state. So anyway, they were made out of these granite, huge, massive granite pieces. I think they were like 20 feet tall and like 5 feet wide. And basically they inscribe what a civilization would need to do to rebuild after an apocalyptic event.
Are you shitting
Which some
me?
of that stuff is fucking weird and kind of disturbing.
Wait a minute.
Way weird. So it was really interesting. Also, on each of the sides of the granite contained several different languages. It's almost like they were, whatever we need to do to make sure that the language doesn't die. So they were connecting all these languages together on these granite slabs.
Like
And
inscribed on the slabs.
yeah, like
When did these show up?
in the 80s. They just mysteriously showed up. There have been some theories of who they think has took claim of it, but honestly I think that it was probably had a secret society had something to do with it, honestly, because it was probably incredibly expensive. But not only that, the way that it was placed, it was like mathematically engineered. The way that the sun came in through like a hole, it like always aligned perfectly. It was really interesting how all of it was like, how it was designed. But some really interesting things, they had like 10 commandments inscribed on these tablets, and they say things like maintain humanity over 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. I mean, they're basically saying that the amount of humans that exist today on our earth is too much to keep a natural balance with nature.
Control.
Yep. And that goes into so many other things if you look and see.
Did you love that harmony?
I love that. Yeah, they're definitely, population control. I mean, how many people are on the planet? 7 billion people. I mean, it's a lot more than 500 million, that's for damn sure.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, bitch.
Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. I mean, already right now where we're at in reproduction, we are reproducing at a rate that does not sustain humanity.
That's because a lot of kids these days don't want kids.
Because
of how fucked up the world is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. Infertility is out of sight. And
that too.
I mean, I have my theories on why I think that women are having serious issues with reproducing, but I mean, they're definitely guiding reproduction the way that they want it to, because we can't keep reproducing. There's too many people. It says, unite humanity with a living new language. What's the newest language that was created?
English.
English is probably one of the most, it's what everybody is learning how to speak is English. Everybody wants to learn how to speak English, and it's the most difficult language to learn. One of the most difficult languages to learn because there's so many different meanings for the same word.
And it's also
Yeah.
one of the newest ones because there's so many words that like even we took from like okay, American English. It's legitimately the fastest changing language because we shorten shit or we lengthen shit when we need to, or we have same words that mean the same thing or mean different things with the same thing or different spelling. It don't matter. And so that's why English is so fucking hard. We're like super blessed to be able to speak English, and anyone that speaks a native tongue and learns English, mad respect. Always in my book because
Yeah,
it's the hardest motherfucking language to learn. If you have a fucking
it is
issue
hard.
with someone speaking a language that you don't understand, then you read a fucking book. They are learning English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not easy. Let's see what else. Rule, passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Some of the stuff's actually pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you think about it, anything that people have put out there is incredible wisdom that you can take from anything. But humanity in and of itself is really fucked up. So we're going to have some fucked up thoughts and ways that we think things should go. It
Yeah.
says, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Could you imagine going to a world court to determine our laws? I don't like the sound of that at all.
I don't like that.
Do not subscribe.
No. That sounds
And I
fucking
shan't.
stupid. Here's a good one. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Yeah. But
Abolish ICE. Abolish ICE. I said what I fucking said. Come for me. I don't give a fuck. Abolish ICE, bitch. I digress.
yeah, I mean, all of these things, I feel like it's crazy to look at. Like, you can't even collect rainwater. Why? Why the fuck?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
You didn't know
illegal. You
that?
can't just set up shop and start collecting rainwater. They'll fine your ass.
Every time,
Why?
dude, listen, every time it's raining outside, I literally put a jar outside for my fucking stormwater. Mind your fucking business. It's for spiritual reasons and religious
They're gonna
reasons.
come
If
for
you're-
you now.
Legitimately, I live right next door to the lady who is in charge of the HOA. And there's been a time where she's walked by and she's like,
Yeah.
it's a fucking
Oh,
jar
jeez.
sitting in the middle of rain. What the fuck are you looking at?
This one I believe in. Balance personal rights with social duties. How else are we supposed to live in a society if one person has their hand out and says, fill it off of your blood, sweat, and tears, and while I just benefit? That's not how it's supposed to be. We're
Right.
supposed to take care of
Yeah.
each other, and we do not take care of each other. We all
Not the
have
way
the
we
middle
should
up finger up to our neighbor, and it does not matter. I mean, I hear stories all the time of people getting mugged and people just sitting back and being like,
Oh, fuck no.
women getting raped on trains and
Fuck
people
no.
just sitting there like, just gonna let it happen. I'm not
There-
gonna say anything.
There is nothing that gives me chills more than like, okay, like TikTok videos, YouTube videos, whatever. There was one that I particularly saw just last week, and it was this lady, and she was on like a subway, and there was like this room full of like men. They all look like they're going different places. They've all been different places, and it's just stacked. And there's this woman, and she's holding on, and she's like laughing at this dude that's like trying to get in her face and yell at her because she didn't want him making advances at her, and he straight up just took 1 inch like this, and the entire fucking cart of men got up and just started beating the fucking shit out of him. Because I'll tell you this right now, like, that is the way it should be. That's my reason, okay? I may come off as someone who's like super like, oh, I'm always meh, 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 meh. Guess what? I'm fucking looking for that reason. Like, I fight for the right thing. If you fight for the right thing, I don't give a fuck. But if you're a piece of fuck and you go around making someone else's problem, now it's my problem, bitch. Hi, you don't know me. You're going to get to know me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what?
Yeah.
It directly has something to do with your frequency. People who are at low frequencies, they don't want to help people. They just want to help themselves because because they're
Yeah.
living in pain. If you live in a low
Survival.
frequency, you're living in survival. And so it's about you, what you need to do for you. And people are afraid to get involved in other people's shit because they don't know what the consequences are going to be for themselves. So why not I just stay out of it? It's not hurting me directly. Yeah, it sucks that it's happening,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to pay the consequences for someone else's
Well,
bad decisions.
and also like just to like put a footnote on that, you taught me a very important lesson like in like just this past week off air, and it's one of those things where it's like you need to expect the most out of yourself because you know you can get there. If you expect anything out of anyone else outside of yourself, you will be disappointed every single fucking time. But that's exactly what it is that people who feel empty, who are in survival, who have a low frequency, who are ego based, who feel like they need to fill this void, are trying to figure out how to survive that void because they're in
Yeah,
survival. They're figuring out how to survive survival. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? You're going to go inward. And
yeah,
because people go inward because they've already put expectations on other people and they don't know how to not, in my opinion. And that can really cause a low frequency because then everyone's like, oh, everyone's disappointing me, so I'm not doing anything for anyone.
yeah.
I
They
always
shut
say,
down.
yeah, I always say it's a blessing in disguise that like um I'm sure people can relate, but you fall 12 times, you get up 13, because it's
Yep.
like, guess what, people need me. It's not just me, people need me because the masses, we're all suffering right now, and we have been, and we can feel that. It's the people that decide to not be pieces of shit that are going to
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah, and if you can be a beacon of hope for other people, you've already changed the world. If you can change one person's life, you've changed the world. And that's all that matters. And you can't give up. You have to keep getting up. You have to keep moving forward because the minute that you stop getting up, that's the minute you truly do fail. And you can never make that choice when there's still air in your lungs to, every time I feel like I wake up in the morning, you just have to say there's change that needs to happen today and I have to be the one to make it happen because nobody's
Right.
going to do it for me. And I'm not going to sit back and watch other people do it because I will be ashamed of myself for not stepping
Right.
up and being a voice for other people.
I feel that. That was
Yeah.
beautifully said.
I may be small, but I will fuck a dude up if he tries to fuck someone I love. Well, not even someone I love, like
Yeah,
anybody else. If I see you fucking someone up, I'll fuck you up.
Jess, what do I say
absolutely.
every time that I take you to the bar? So, hi, if you guys don't know, so I am 2 years sober, and my lovely best friends. Well, I mean, M is like a let's celebrate type drinker, and Jess is like, woo, like one of those drinkers, and I love that for all of us. And so so there's times where like I'll go to the bar with her. Jess, what am I doing? I'm not even gonna. What am I doing? What am I doing? Every
You're
time you look
always
over at me,
making sure I'm okay.
this is me every time.
Yeah.
Every fucking
Hell
time,
yeah.
bitch. I won't have it. I won't have it. Just, hey, and if
Yeah.
you're a woman out there, maybe be a woman's woman, because if you go out to the bar, I don't care if you're sober or you're drinking, keep an eye out for your fellow women,
Fellow
because
woman.
whether or not you know them, you are one of them. Look
Yeah,
out for
Yeah.
them. You
we
can,
have to have each other's backs. We
yes,
have
ma'am.
to. I've been to the bar many times and a woman has sat next to me and I've been like, yo, what's up? And she's like, I came here alone and I see that you're another woman and I just wanted to feel safe. So I'm going to go to
Yeah,
where my tribe is because
unity.
I can sense that's who you are is my tribe. And, we got to look out for each other because,
That's
man,
awesome.
once alcohol starts getting thrown around, man,
Oh, dude.
people, there's a change. Then why do you think they call alcohol spirits? It
Hmm.
opens something up inside of you and allows something to come
Girl,
into you.
I have
Yep.
a whole segment I want to do on our main page about there's like this Japanese belief about alcohol being poison, which I guess like technically it is, but like isn't everything, I don't know. But it's like an ancient belief, and it talks about a certain spirit that inhabits the soul of like, I don't know, something about men, something, something rather, I don't know. But like it opens up the soul to men who drink frequently because then there's a home for that spirit and then it possesses them. That's why
Oh yeah,
alcoholism is now like a thing that possesses someone, that's them trying to understand substance abuse, dog, because it's a mental illness 24/7, 365, 12 out of 10 times, every time. Trauma and substance abuse are linked. But
That's
whatever.
crazy.
Absolutely.
But go a little bit more into what CERN is. If you
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Really quickly, let me finish the last of the 10 commandments of the Guidestones.
Oh, yes. Do
But
that.
a couple of other ones that I actually like. It says number 9 is prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Number 10 is be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature.
What happens if I'm a Cancer rising? I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's not what that means.
Oh, like
Definitely
me specifically? Oh, so this was just a thing I made about me again? Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So CERN is a hydro collider that is based. I think it's like half in Switzerland and
It's half in
Switzerland, China,
where my people live.
You and your accents, we're gonna rely on you because don't be coming to me for your accents, girl. It's gonna be butchered.
My ancestors are screaming
I can
at me
do
right
British.
now. Hello, governor. Oh God,
I'm a great American. I get a little Canadian twang in there sometimes, but I do a great American accent. I'll tell you, it's like I'm from the Mideast or the Midwest, something like that. You know,
girl is perfect.
I'm from Utah, up in the mountains, going up to
Utah.
the creek and get some fishing going on. What can I say?
Yes.
Okay, so CERN. Basically, what it is they are using what are those nuclear power? That's what it is. They're using nuclear power and they're like colliding particles because they're trying to find new particles. And when they collide particles together at the speed of light, it breaks them down, and they've been able to discover new particles, which basically, in my opinion, I believe what they're doing is they're opening up a portal that's allowing other timelines that we are not familiar with to basically join into where we're at. So we're colliding in with other timelines. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
I didn't get into
Rick
that.
and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Rick and
Let
Morty.
me do it. Let me do it.
So,
Rick. Okay, I'm done.
But you know, they explain it a lot. It's really interesting the way that they kind of characterized the different dimensions. But basically, they had destroyed the timeline that they existed on, and so they needed to enter into a new timeline where their existing embodiments had died, so that they could just step right in and go into it. So basically what I think is happening is when we are awake, our consciousness is locked into our bodies, right? But when we go to sleep, something is unlocked within our brains, and we're able to leave, and we travel through different dimensions. We are experiencing other dimensions. It's basically what our dreams are. And so when we're dreaming, that's when all of the work is happening, because that's when we are most vulnerable to being able to switch into different timelines. I don't think that we can do it when we are awake. That's why we do see, though, really crazy stuff, because it's a supernatural experience. As much as humankind likes to, you know, pretend like that's just a Hollywood type of thing, that's not something that we really experience. But we can see proof of it today by all of the videos that we are watching, like on TikTok. Everybody's sharing these crazy things. Have you seen the sky? Have you seen the sky? That's what I keep hearing people saying. Look at the sky, look at the sky. And it's just like some fucking crazy shit's going on. But they're trying to find something called the God particle, which I can't even begin to understand. I don't know. They're trying to prove their theory that the Big Bang really did happen. They want to support it. So they're trying to create a black hole, basically. I mean, what's that going to do?
To time travel? Bitch, you're gonna get sucked in that bitch.
Okay. At CERN, if you go to their facility, there is a statue of the god, I think Shiva, which is the top of all of the Hindu gods. He is the god of
Wow.
destruction. He is the god of creation. He is the god of time.
Oh, wow.
What are they doing? What are they doing? They're able to,
Manipulating
are
time.
they, manipulating time? Are they figuring out a way to look into the future so that they can see what they need to do to follow into what in their
Bro.
favor of what they're wanting to have happen?
Bro, it's extremely simple, okay? An epiphany. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I did grow up with Back to the Future trilogy. Now, listen to me. Doc Brown explained very well how time travel works, all right? So, if you will, a whiteboard. I'm not Doc Brown. I wouldn't dare have the audacity, but I digress. The whiteboard, okay? This is your timeline. God damn it, I wish we were a fucking visual medium. Okay, timeline. Then there's a dip where you like time travel or some shit. And then you go to the other end and it could have a different consequence on the same timeline because of like different choices that you make. And then or you could go back in time and then you can make like this great choice and then it goes like this and then it's different consequence because then you still land in the same timeline. Guess what? That's how life really fucking works. You want to know the hack for shit? The hack for shit is that you can legitimately change timelines anytime you fucking want to. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be well practiced in the realm of spirituality to be able to do it. But you're right, it is possible. And that's why I said earlier off the air that we are capable of choosing what timeline we land in. You just have to be conscious and aware of it. And you have to know what you're doing. And that's the hard thing when you've lived a life being oppressed your whole life. Listen, I don't want to hear about white people, black people, all of these races being oppressed. We collectively are
Yes,
being
man.
oppressed
Yep.
purposely because if we figure out our true highest selves, they lose.
It's
So
over
what
for
do
them
they do?
bitches.
They oppress all of us. They pin us against each other, and we're too fucking stupid to figure it out because we're too busy hating our neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Distractions.
Distractions.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I remember when I was a kid and like anytime there was like a funeral or somebody was in the hospital or like you just moved in or something, somebody would bring you like a foil wrapped casserole.
Yeah.
How often as an adult has that happened to you?
Never.
I want to know.
Never.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's not about community anymore.
No.
No. It's a dog eat dog world, and you got to have your own back because if you are nice to people, they will take advantage of you. And so then you have to have a
Yep.
wall built up
Stop
because you're
doing
like,
that.
I don't want to be taken advantage of. I don't want to not be a giving person, but I have to be extremely careful who I am willing to, pull my walls
Boundaries.
down around.
Boundaries.
Yeah, you have to have
Yeah.
boundaries. And so it's hard because we're surrounded by people who want to take advantage of other people because we're all victims. Poor me and my sad life and my hardship and blah blah blah, instead of being like, that shit's not going to define me and I'm going to overcome it and it's going to make me a better person and I'm going to help others who experience the similar things that I went through so that I can be my highest self. But when we're constantly sitting here feeling sorry for ourselves and pointing the finger at our neighbor saying, you need to help me, you need to help me, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
Send me money, whatever.
Mhm.
It's always money because money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
It is a necessary evil. And you know what? I will not sit here and lie and say that I don't wish I was filthy fucking rich because you know what? It would make life a lot fucking
We getting there,
easier.
dog. We getting there.
Yep.
History in real time. What up?
But you know what? The best people are the people who come from shit and they
From
make their
Then
nothing.
have
millions
money.
because they remember where they came from. And I will never forget the ashes that I came up from. And I am glad that I never was the kind of person who just had my riches handed to me because that that is a sickness that I don't wish on any person.
Dude,
Yes, you beautiful
oh my
phoenix.
gosh, I know. She's such a phoenix rising from the ashes, bitch. No, I'm going to tell you right now. I know someone extremely close to me biologically who legitimately came from nothing. Came from nothing. And they still turned into like they broke the money curse, but then they just became a shit human being, like a worse human being,
Oh,
or had
jeez.
or like was able to go into their work more as an excuse to not be a shitty human being, but be a shitty human being to not be there because of their work. So that's a curse that I am actively breaking. Why off air we're so like, okay, how do we do this? Because all of us are so busy that we need to be present in all of our times, and like here we are and this is what we're doing and ready set go. And like that's because we all have curses that we have to break. Start looking at your
Yeah.
own curses, because I promise you, they maybe didn't even come from you in the first place, but just make a goddamn
Yep.
choice. Make a fucking choice. I can
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
decent person
To you.
and break this money curse and fucking look out for my fellow woman, fellow mother, fellow whatever the fuck. I can do all those things. Tell me I can't and I will do it fucking harder. I don't know why that's so hard for people. Oh, well, I make a lot of money, so I'm entitled to,
The
not be
ego.
there. Yeah,
The ego.
right.
You are supposed to experience two deaths in this life: the ego death and our physical death. You
Correct.
have to. If you do not experience your ego death, you cannot move forward. You have to go through the cycle again. And we go through the cycle over and over and over again until we figure it out.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep. So let's get back to the Georgia Guidestones. Do you want to talk about the what happened to them?
Yeah, what
Okay.
happened?
So, day after Hydro Collider had been turned on, somebody went and blew them up. Blew up a huge portion of the Georgia Guidestones.
What do you mean?
And like somebody went there, filled it full of dynamite, and blew the shit up.
What, dude?
And it was news all over, and it was so weird because like I first heard about the Georgia Guidestones
Like
probably
TNT.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
kind of
there's
I
explosive
mean, I don't know
device
the
that
difference, but I'm just like thinking in my head like cartoons, like how they like just like the side of a mountain. Like that's what I'm picturing right now, and I don't understand.
yeah, I know. Well,
yeah, it's weird. There's different things on it though, because some people I've seen have said that there was a really bad like thunderstorm that night, and it could have been lightning.
Check your
And
sources.
God saying, "Hey."
really, because it's so interesting that
Tor has
right
no
on the
business.
yeah, right on the so it was recorded. We could actually add, if you want in the show notes, we could add the footage of it being blown up. But on the surveillance footage on
Yeah.
the timestamp, it was like 3:33. Exactly when it happens. Dude, I'm telling you, it's really, really weird. And then, so the whole thing hadn't been blown up. A large portion of it had been blown up. Why not try and preserve it? Because they're telling everybody
Yeah.
it's satanic. I don't know. Do I agree with everything that's being written on them? No. But is there a lot of good stuff in there? Yes. Is it really weird that it was blown up? If this is a guide to restoring civilization after an apocalypse, and it gets destroyed a day after CERN. I'm sorry, but I do not believe in coincidences, and I will never believe in coincidences because this world is way too crazy too.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it one column was blown up and then like what I don't even know how long after, but not that long after they went and took the rest down.
Days, just within a matter of a couple of days, for safety precautions, they took the rest
Yeah.
of it down. It's gone.
How many were
It's
actually
gone now
hit?
forever. Huh?
How many were actually hit?
I think
One. I
one
think it
was
was
hit,
one.
and there was a total of four. So they tore down the
Yeah.
rest of them.
The
Okay.
rest.
I can't breathe, okay? This is hi, I'm the weirdo, but this is I don't care, okay? The hanged man is coming. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Do you know the whole TikTok thing about the crow? Do you know what I'm saying to you? Okay,
No.
I am going to put it in the show notes because 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. 3
9.
and 9 are Wotan's numbers. The hanged man is Wotan. If that struck at 333, it may. Listen, I know that I'm a weirdo with my deities and stuff. I get that. But listen to me. So many things have been happening lately. So many things have been happening lately that are unexplained. What the fuck just happened today? I was like, I'm going to check myself in an asylum. There's no fucking way this is real.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the rainbows.
CERN was turned on Tuesday the 5th, and the 6th was a Wednesday.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Oh my
What do you always
God.
say?
Wotan's Day. Oh my fucking.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting.
Okay.
To see
You
what
know
is
what I'm
going
gonna
on
do
here.
on Lifetime? I'm literally gonna send this TikTok over. I need you guys to get on my fucking level. It is like 15 seconds, and I beg of you, please hold on. Okay, I sent it. I am unwell. I am unwell because just today I posted this, and not a week ago, not even a week ago, did I post about Odin. Not even. And then this came up today.
Can we edit in this video for the audience during this time that we're paused? We can just share this. Okay.
Yeah, we can link it, and then just until I can get a better system of editing.
Okay.
Okay, I am sorry for that rabbit hole, but you know what? No, I'm not, because
We will round all
Wotan.
these edges.
Guys.
Yeah, that is so freaking crazy, dude. I don't know. There's something really weird going on with CERN, the things that people are seeing. I'm hearing people are this woman said that she saw her mom pull into the driveway. She waved at her, and then she called her mom and she's like, "Where did you go?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I just saw you in the driveway waving at me." And she's like, "No, no." And she's like, "Yes." People are saying they hear children are coming into their moms and saying, "Did you call my name?" "No, I didn't call your name." Just tons of different things that are happening that people are experiencing that are just really odd. People are becoming transparent.
No, they're not.
That's weird.
No, they're not.
Yeah, and their face changing like on camera. Like I watched this woman and her face changed.
Oh my God. You guys, this is fucking. Do you realize what this is? Because if they're trying to merge timelines, they will merge realms, which means if you merge realms, you're going to start seeing more. Shut up. Just listen to me. Okay. Norse mythology states, and Norse mythology is as old as time, dude. As old as motherfucking time. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. The mountains, they believe to be uh, giants nonetheless, and like in the English language. Okay, every mountain that you see, all the hills that you see, are giants taking a nap.
Have you heard that the trees, or I mean the mountains, are giant trees that have been chopped down? Have you looked at the resemblance of trees that have been chopped down and then mountains? And they are like similar, like the mountains used to be gigantic trees. We used to have giants walking the fucking earth that
yes,
they
we
still are
did.
saying do walk the earth, but they're hiding in the hidden place. We're gonna have to definitely have another conversation about it, but there is a hidden society of people where the giants are living today.
I know, dude.
That's
know.
crazy. Okay, we definitely will have to do an episode on that.
The giants will
I
wake
had
up one
no
day.
idea.
No.
Yeah.
Watch out on
Super
foggy
crazy.
days.
I know, right? But anyway, we are nearing the time that we will be ending this episode. If you guys would like us to talk more about the Hydro Collider, things that are happening, eerie things that are happening in the universe right now, Please like and share,
Please.
and please follow us and comment anything. We'd love to have a conversation with you, the listeners. We are so
Yes.
excited to be sharing our conversations because they excite us, and we know that they will excite all of you guys too.
Yes.
Does anybody have any final thoughts about this crazy ass topic we've been on?
Yes, thank you so much for asking. Let's see. So the final thoughts here for Skadi. Let's see. Giants are real. They will be coming back their oldest time. Also mind your business when it comes to things that happen at 333. It's not the witching hour right now. It's Wotan's hour. And I'm a witch, and you know what? I will move aside. Okay, I will just move aside because I'm not going to get caught in that. Because look at what happens. I digress.
Yeah.
The
I
hangman
think
is
it's
coming.
just crazy everything that's yeah. I think it's just crazy everything that's going on. Like for me, I've noticed a lot more bugs and I don't remember seeing that many bugs like at this house
Pestilence.
last summer. Yeah.
Pestilence. This is biblical, dude.
Yeah, this is definitely biblical. We are definitely going to be seeing plagues like I don't think we've ever seen before. Because
COVID.
what is
Yeah.
negativity? That's what they're doing. I mean, this whole CERN thing, they're creating this mass. Okay, the CERN is sucking the energy from Earth. They had to use all of that energy. They
Our
sucked it all
vibration
from
getting
us.
too high for you, huh?
Yep. And if your vibration is low, you are the first target on there because you are weak, man. People who are up here, who are living their best lives, who are not letting that negative shit bring them down, they are not easy targets for this negativity. Those people who are super low, though, man, they are super easy targets. And it does create a really horrible environment for really fucking crazy shit. Illness, I think sickness is comes at the worst time when people's
Yeah.
vibration is really, really
Chronic
low. You're
pain.
super susceptible.
Chronic pain
Yeah.
comes from, and this is me earning my fucking student loans, dude, but listen to me now. It is so frequent where a survivor of childhood abuse or even like extensive adult trauma, they will, 9 out
Yeah.
of 10 times, the statistics show, will develop an invisible illness that includes chronic pain by the time that they reach 45. I'm not even
Yeah.
in my 30s yet, dude, and it is pestilence, bro. It is straight up sickness. And if you look around like the flies and the huge ass fucking spiders and shit like that, you need to make sure that you're being healthy and you're going the extra mark. And especially the people, your depressed friends or family who you know is at a low vibration already and that you're always like nudging them to get them to fucking do something with you, nudge extra hard right now, please, because they need you. Because low vibrational people, we are no different than them because we've been there because we're high vibrational now. You cannot get to a high vibration if you don't feel that low, dude. And right now, with the collective being at where they're at, check on your friends and your family.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, that
Absolutely.
sucks because I was hoping that if I was already in the negative and then we go into another negative, you know what they say, two negatives make a positive. Wouldn't you think things would start getting
That
better?
math is mathin'. I'm not understanding why it's not fucking doing so. Thoughts?
Right.
Right?
The most important thing that we can do is surround ourselves with the people that who we want to be. We want to be low vibration. We're going to surround ourselves with those low vibrational people. That's why I don't go to the bar anymore. I would sit
Yeah.
in a bar surrounded by people and I'd be like, these are not my people. These guys are way
Yeah.
low vibration. And, it's really unfortunate to see all of these people so sad and lost, but they are. But the only thing that you can do is surround yourself by like-minded like vibrational people, and it will help if we all can collectively come together, and then we go out into the masses and we surround ourselves with the other negative people. Our positivity will be able to overpower them and we'll be able to help switch more people on.
Do you want to know what you do to make sure that you vibe with someone immediately? And it's not even like a too personal of a question, but just like to, let's say you're on like day 2 at like a new job or at a new desk or something, and you're like, kind of vibing with the person next to you. You want to know if you can drop that boundary and like go to lunch with them or like, you know, go to the cafeteria with or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You ask them, you say, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of thinking like, you know, like when your goals change a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of in that weird transition phase. What inspire me? What are you working towards right now? You will
Yeah.
immediately know. Immediately. Because if
Yeah.
it's something like, oh, I don't know. Whereas if someone asks me, I'm like, thank you so much for asking. Do you have a pen and paper? Because you're gonna need it. Like
Yeah, amen to that. Dude, that literally happened to me on a ride and lift today. I
no.
picked up this guy and he sat like in the front, which most of the time people don't never sit next to me. They always sit in the back. And he's like, "Can I sit up here with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He gets in and we just start talking, and I don't know what it is about me that people feel like they can just be like, "So I went to jail for like 2 years because I did heroin and shit like that." And I was
Solid,
like,
brother.
"God damn, bro!" Like no judgment at all. Like fucking everybody has a
I'm
walk of
happy to
life,
see
and
you alive.
yeah, exactly. But it was really crazy to have a conversation with this person and be like, "What's going on?" You know, he's like, "What's up with you?" And I hold on. So this guy, he's all like, "What's up with you?" You know, and I'm just like, "Oh, just doing my thing, you know, driving my Lyft and making some money and, you know, hustling like I gotta do." And I'm like, "What's up with you?" And he's like, "Ma, I've been really down for a long time." And I'm like, "Why,
Oh,
bro?
jeez.
Why, bro? Why do that? Why do that to yourself?" "Oh, I'm just sad because I'm 27% disabled and I can't do anything." Bro, you got to do something different with your life. You got to make the choice. You can't use your disabilities, the issues that you've had, the traumas that you've experienced in your life. You can't use it as an excuse not to better your life. You have to figure out what you need to do to overcome this challenge, because just because you are presented with these issues doesn't mean that you can't overcome them and have a truly beneficial life to yourself.
Yeah.
But you can't future trip. You got to live in today. You got to live right here, right now. If you don't, you will fail. If
Yeah.
you future trip, you will fail. You got to think right here and right now and what you want to be right in this moment. I am living who I want to be tomorrow because all I can do is today.
Right, dude. That's no shit. And like and it also makes you think, you know, like if someone really wants to reach out to just a kind of perfect stranger like that, bro, we need more people in this world that are just like, yeah, like what's going on with you? People aren't heard, dude. People aren't heard, and that's why they're so
Yeah.
fucking sad. Because a
They're
human
not heard.
decency,
They're not heard, and they're hurting inside.
yes.
They're
Yes.
hurting and they're crying for help. And you know what? I don't know what it is about me. There's something about me. But by the end of our ride, he literally said, "You inspired me today."
Oh,
That's
I
all I
love
needed to do.
that.
My job's done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Hell
awesome.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
Anyway, all right, guys. I had such a fun time.
Me
This has
too.
been so amazing. Can't wait to record our next one. Again, please like, share, follow, tell your friends, comment. We can't wait to record our next show. And
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Do I
peace and
sound
love.
American?
We'll see you guys soon.
Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.